A lack of protein is more common than you might think. Protein is also known to most people as egg white. Protein is one of the most important substances that you should consume every day. The amount you need depends on your gender and body type. How you can recognize that you have a protein deficiency, we tell you now in this video. Number 1, fatigue and weakness. One sign of protein deficiency is particularly easy to recognize. These are signs of weakness and fatigue. So, if you permanently consume too little protein, you will feel weaker and weaker over time. At the same time, your metabolism will start to shut down and you will find it harder to maintain balance. Number 2, muscle atrophy. A diet rich in protein is very popular among athletes and many pay special attention to it. Proteins are a popular product that can be found in almost every food. If you want to focus on muscle building, you should make sure to consume more than the average recommended dose of proteins. But it can lead to the exact opposite if you hardly eat any proteins. Then you can lose muscle rapidly within a week. Number 3, skin and nail problems. By looking at your skin, you can tell early on whether you've been eating too little protein lately. The nails can also give an indication of the protein deficiency. For skin and nails, collagen, elastin and keratin are particularly important proteins that ensure that the skin does not become flaky and dry. They also protect the fingernails from unsightly ridges. Number 4, constantly hungry. The most obvious symptom of a protein deficiency is hunger. When your body isn't getting what it needs, its alarm bells start ringing. When hungry, many people reach for foods that are easily accessible or ready to eat. These often contain carbohydrates, but in excess they have the opposite effect of creating energy. Carbohydrates can be quickly converted into energy, but the body also loses them again within a very short time. Foods with high protein content help to stay full longer. Number 5, higher risk of bone fractures. Protein not only helps when it comes to the healthy condition of muscles and their construction. Foods that contain a lot of protein also support a comprehensive state of bone health. Protein is responsible for building and maintaining your bone strength and density. If you are deficient in protein for a period of time, this can cause your bones to become more susceptible to fractures or cracks. Number 6, constantly sick. A protein deficiency makes your body weaker and more susceptible to infections. Even a slight cold can cause you to lie in bed for days. The reason for this is amino acids, which are responsible for a strong immune system. They produce antibodies that fight off bacteria, viruses and toxins. Protein contains amino acids that help you absorb nutrients better and faster and stay healthy. If you suffer from a deficiency, you will accordingly have a weaker immune system. Number 7, slowed healing process. Studies have found that a low-protein diet leads to a poorer healing process. Scratches and cuts may be minor wounds, but even with these you can tell when a person's protein levels are low. The lack of protein results in a lack of collagen, which is essential for the recovery of wounds and injuries. Collagen cannot be produced in sufficient amounts by the body alone, so protein supplementation is very important. Number 8, bloated belly. Suddenly, your pants don't close properly, or your skirt seems to be bursting at the seams. Many people are afraid of eating too many fats for fear of gaining weight. However, it is mostly carbohydrates that lead to a feeling of fullness. Foods with a high protein content fill you up faster and longer, while carbohydrates often only give you energy for a short time. As a result, people tend to eat too much and complain of abdominal pain afterwards. Protein, on the other hand, stabilizes blood sugar and cravings for sweet foods practically disappear. Number 9, hair loss. Men are particularly often affected by bald patches on the head. Age rarely plays a role here. If you suffer from a protein deficiency for a few weeks, the first signs of hair loss may already appear. During a protein deficiency, your body decides where the protein is needed most, in the organs. Therefore, the protein supply is reduced in unimportant places and hair loss begins. And number 10, insomnia. One of the most unpleasant feelings is when you are incredibly tired and just can't fall asleep. Insomnia and sleep disturbances can be signs of unstable blood sugar levels. If you eat enough protein, especially in the evening, you can avoid this problem. Because if you eat more protein and less carbohydrates, you can sleep better. Sleep disturbances are also a common sign of protein deficiency. If you still want to know what happens to you when you eat oatmeal every day, then watch the video that we link to you here. If you like the video, then I would be really happy about a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any new video.